What's good, y'all? Slime Green Beats in the building. In this video, we're going to talk about signal flow. So basically, this is an important concept to understand in FL. Really a key concept, really a fundamental thing to know. And it's basically like the way the sound or the signal travels through FL Studio. It's important to know this so you know how to mix properly and, kind of get the sound that you want. And then I would say importantly, where to place effects in the mixer. So this is like an old template, and I'm just gonna kind of use this in real time to show where the mistake probably is. And I'm just gonna play a random sound here. So we'll just go like this. And let's just go like this so we can just have something going here. All right. All right, so this demonstration, we move this to mixer channel 1. Typically, you want to move individual tracks or individual sounds or channels to individual mixing channels here. So one here goes to one here. So typically, everything will go downwards. So that's one way to look at it. Everything goes down in FL. So now that it's here, it's going to go down through here. So if your EQ is up here, which is where I would recommend putting it, typically I would follow kind of like a sandwich formula of the EQ, effects, and then the limiter at the end. It's going to go through the EQ first. So say we take out this part. Now it's going to go through these effects. So say we put on a reverb, Fruity Convolver, then it's going to go through the limiter. All right. So you can tell by, hey, look, if I upload another EQ, you'll see it's based on this sound. It doesn't play the sound through here first. So if you want to double EQ it, it'll look like that. See how it goes through that? And then when it's here, it's even less. Interesting stuff, right? But it basically goes through here. That's the sound, so it's going through here. And then at this point, after it goes through here, then it goes to the master channel. It goes through here, and that's what you hear. So if you send this to a different channel, and let me I personally don't do this too often unless I'm specifically trying to sidechain something. Let's go route to this track. Okay, so now it's gonna go down here and then through here again. So if I put on another EQ up here, we've quadruple EQ'd this. And then here, we get that effect. Can't really hear much of anything, can you? At this point. But you see how this one's kind of live. And by the time it gets here, this is basically dead. So that's the way the signal flows. See, it's more alive, and then now it's just completely dead. So typically you would want the EQ at the top. The reason you want the EQ at the top is so basically you can isolate the sound. So say you want to take out more of the low end of a sound, you can isolate the sound first before putting on things like reverb. So you're not going to reverb the sound and then try to eliminate the sound at the same time. It's kind of counterintuitive. So we'll eliminate it first, and then you reverb the part that you want to reverb. So if you want the higher end to be reverbed, then you EQ first. Make sure the high end is there. Reverb the high end. So that's pretty much how it goes. So if you send it to this, it's going through here. Cool. Again, I don't use sins too much, but yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna work, and then it'll go through the master. So the final thing that you'll hear would be influenced by whatever is here. Slot 10. This is like the ending of a track. So a lot of presets, they come with the limiter at this very spot. In fact, let me check just to be sure. Let me check. Minimal. So if I go to minimal 808 with limiter, I could have saved that, but you'll see the limiter is at the very bottom, and you also see my legal name. Limiter's at the bottom. So like I said, do you want the limiter to be at the bottom? Because limiter is kind of like the last thing, that you want. Like, you wouldn't put the limiter up here, because then if you add like a reverb here, it could still go over the 0 dB point and start clipping. Basically, you don't want it to go over 0 dB, or it's going to start clipping really like 0.3 dB, 0.03 dB, 0.3 dB, or also to start clipping. So you want the limiter at the very bottom, and typically the limiter will start at the 0 dB range. And then, let me I wish I could go back to the example, but yeah, that's pretty much what you would want. So that's the signal flow. Remember, it goes like from here, and typically, like, you would want to, if you have a VST, say for example GMS, you would typically want to turn the volume down in here first. So like in this case would be the output. You want to turn the volume down in the actual VST first. If not, use this knob, turn it down here first. That's kind of like gain staging. You kind of lower the volume, and then when it goes into here, then you can add effects, and then it's gain staging. I don't want to get into that, but yeah, that's kind of like a part of the signal flow. Like, it starts at the channel rack, then it goes into the mixer. So this is like the original sound, almost like playing an instrument. Then it goes into the mixer. So you put this here, EQ, effects, limit. Again, limit last, because that's kind of like the final step. Boom. Then it goes into the master. Boom, boom. And that's why, again, the limiters are at the very bottom. All right. That's signal flow, guys, in a nutshell. Let me know if you have any questions, but I think this is an important thing to understand, because I made the mistake for a long time putting the EQs at the bottom and not understanding the importance of this, basically. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Make sure you guys subscribe. We have the new, we have the new Slime Time membership. Extraordinary deals that we're giving out here. And I'm going to come out with a course, which is going to be on Coursera. It's going to be my first official course. And it's going to be on here too. So I'm going to upload it here, so you don't have to keep going back and forth to say Coursera or wherever I'm going to put it. And for $9.99, it's probably going to be more expensive on there too. I got to check the market on that one. But you can get our books, basically, our 2 books. One, we have a mixing book, how to make beats book. At this point, we're going to keep adding to this membership. So we're going to add you get our loop kit bundle, Wonderland, which is a really good one that people really like. But we're going to keep adding to this, like add loops, add ebooks. So it's just going to keep growing. And we're actually looking for our first subscriber. Nobody has subscribed yet. And yeah, I just really hope somebody subscribes. I'm sure people will eventually, but nobody has yet. So be the first. You'll be a legend at Slime Green Beats. Peace out.